streaming. Chat is ready to display messages. All right. I. All right. Now we're live on Twitch. All right. We should be live on YouTube as well. That's good. Oddly enough, Streamlabs isn't really that connected to YouTube. I don't really see that as too much of a problem right now. I'll get that sorted out. I mean, I could have gotten it done Sunday, but I had a headache and all that, so I don't want to get into it. So we're back. We're starting, picking up where we left off yesterday, and I'm thinking that a lot of the progress in terms of line art is getting done. It's getting done. I gotta do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 panel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, let's call it 7 panels. Without further ado, we can start. Let's see. I'm gonna have the oh my gosh, where is it? Okay, I'm gonna just not have music going on today. The main reason is I don't know. I just don't really want to deal with the copyrighted stuff. Don't want to have anything going on in the background. So it's gonna so I expect this thing to be a pretty chill, silent stream for the first hour. Maybe after that, more people will come in, and then I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. I think I might actually have a schedule going on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Usually Fridays is like when people rarely come out. Oh no, I might be wrong about that, but we move on. Let's move on to the new stuff. The new panels. I'm trying to find something back here. Hey, Christmas Bush, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to the chat. What's new? How was your weekend? Not nearly enough. I feel that. I had to like chill out on Sunday. I had a pretty bad headache. I felt like there's something up with a Streamlabs and connecting to YouTube, because it always shows that there's nobody watching on YouTube, even though that's the furthest from the truth. And plus, it's not really understanding YouTube notifications, but that's why I have Restream going on. It seems better attuned to it. Maybe I just need to redo verification for Streamlabs. Well, me, my mom, and my sister sold henna designs in Tamaratsu. Made $53. Oh hey, I don't know if that's good, but that's good. That's something. Because I remember when I would go out and sell my books, I would just always tell report to my parents that I made I sold like 2 books, and they're like, "Oh yeah, congratulations, hallelujah," and I'm like, "That's not enough. I gotta pay bills now." And every time, and like I always felt like it was patronizing when somebody said like, Congratulations, even though it wasn't a good day. I mean, it's nice money given how the stall was $10, 10 euros, £10. I don't know if that's pounds or euros. I guess. Oh man, that's a really nice. That's pretty nice. Like every venue out here is like 60, like either 30 to $60 and upwards from that. It's ridiculous. I hate it, but it is what it is. It's like a rarity for something venue to be uh pretty low in price. I had a friend ask me like why I don't start my own like Comic Con, invite other comic artists there, and I was like, man, because I'm pretty bad at, because I feel like I know the game enough. Because if I start doing something like a Comic Con, I'm gonna have to be the sole promoter of it. Nobody, I can't expect the people who are gonna be there to promote themselves there. And I would if I knew how to promote my. I knew if I knew how to promote myself, or if I had an audience. So seems like a time sink. Then I okay. Then I went far in the mosque, and these random kids and I met at the bazaar started jumping on me. So yeah, that was interesting. Oh yeah, you never understand what the kids be up to these days. So yesterday I went to the store. I went to the store with my mom, and we got some food for the rest of the month. And after that, we went to Alpaca, like a Peruvian place, and I had horchata for the first time. And I think I'm paying for that because I'm lactose intolerant. I think. I don't know what was going on because I went because I had a headache in the middle of the day. Well, it was in night at night, so I decided to go to bed early at like 7, and I woke up at 3 a.m. Right, and I felt okay, so I was like, yeah, and I felt okay, so I decided to just work on Purgatory Academy, the motion comic, for a while until my head got foggy again. I decided to try to go to bed, but then I had a sudden urge to vomit. But I was like, vomit what? I haven't eaten, and I was like, oh yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet. I don't think I ever had any South American dishes. Yeah, they're pretty good. It's they're good. I'm not a foodie. I'm kind of at a point in my life where I just don't want to be hungry. I hate being hungry. If it's edible, I shall eat. But the only reason I got horchata was because I heard a song called Horchata from Vampire Weekend, and I was like, okay, that's good enough. I'll try that. Try it out. So it's around 1 p.m. around there. No, it's 9 a.m. here. I'm gonna try to be on a schedule, but but it'll only last this week, I suppose, because I think my mom's trying to send me out of the country for about a week to visit my brother. Now I'm like, all right, it's like two. It's 2 p.m. over here. Ah, the first half of your day is already over. I know, but I know the time zones are like crazy over there, or like crazy different. So of course, I don't think I will be streaming when I'm out of the country. But I think I'll stockpile up on short form content when when the time comes. I'm also still surprised how when I was posting the short form content on Instagram, it's been more often than not it's being pushed around the algorithm, and that's very nice to see. Yep, it's always worse when I want to play like a Fortnite line event at 9 p.m. Man, Fortnite. I, I still remember. I still remember when PUBG was popping, and then I discovered Fortnite, and I told my friends this is gonna be freaking huge. It's PUBG but free, and then Fortnite outlasted PUBG, and Fortnite's the toppest of the top dogs, the toppest G there is. You have betrayed the Twitter's hater group. Yeah, it is what it is. Twitter ain't giving me any likes or follows or anything like that, so who cares about Twitter? It kind of fell off now. I really wouldn't know. Once in a while I'll hop on. Yeah, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't know about the fall off. I wouldn't know a lot about video games anyway video because I just haven't played a lot of video games in a while. Like editing videos have just been taking up my free time because I like the feeling of finishing something. And probably when I had out of the whatchamacallit, the country, I'll have like a a personalized character mix because I like that idea has been like reverberating in my mind for a while. Probably like a make an hour long mix for each of the characters of Purgatory Academy. And I think I can. I think I can do it. Like have like 10 songs. Wait, hold up. Trying to yeah, 10 songs. Well, that'd be 20 minutes. Hmm. I should probably have like 10 songs for each character. So I'd be Ms. Nimitsuki. I'll do it. I'll do it now. Hey, Sketch, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Since I'm not playing any music in the chat in the live stream, I'll just listen to Mitsuki now. Put on. Give me the. Give me an album. Give me a Mitski album so I can play while I talk. What's happening, Sketch? What's going on? What's new in the hood? What's good in the hood? Let's see. Hmm. I think right now I'm just listening to a Nujabi's mix. Ugh. Whoa. Okay, here we go. I want I want it to look like he's looking down, because it's easy with his gigantic mascot head to look like he's looking in one direction, the same direction all the time. I think Bury Me at Makeout Creek. All right, I'll listen to that. Where I am listening to music that I don't know. Okay, there it is. Okay. Shout out to YouTube being the greatest archive of video in all of humanity. If YouTube goes out, then that's it. That there goes all the archives of human history. Am I right, fellas? Beetleman looks fabulous. Thank you. Chapter 2 of Hollow manga is done. Now work on the Redream pages has started again. That's how we do it. Listening to Mitski right now, the immediate vibes feels more like Emily. It's giving Emily vibes. And if you're like, who's Emily? Uh, freaking read book 2. Then you'll understand. Let me pull up the back cover real quick. This is Emily. This is her right here. This girl right here. Her. This one. And if you can't see it, let me use red. This one. Yeah, this is the one. If you still can't see her, here's her in white right here. Yeah. You know, I will read the book too while watching it. Oh, you're gonna be in a little bit of a wait then, I guess, because I'm working on part 5. I'm working on part 5. Still can't see. What are you talking about? I literally drew her. Not drew her, but I circle. Okay, yeah, cool. I don't know. I still can't see her. Yeah, I'm sure. I did my best. If you still don't know, then you don't know. If you know, you know. This feels like a song. This feels like an album that a joint album that a Susan and Emily would listen to together. So sketch, how's the uh how's the posting doing? How's the Hololive fandom going and posting? You know what? This really this honestly feels like something Susan might listen to. I know you said this might give off Jim. This gives off Jim vibes, but this really gives off Susan vibes to me. But it's more mellow. This is probably gonna be like Susan late Purgatory Academy in this later in the series. Ha- haven't posted it yet. Probably will this weekend. Ugh. Dang, you're on a content. Oh, I like the cover of book two. Oh, thank you. I know that people say work on the covers first, but I always work on the covers last. Because I want to give the vibe of anime openings, where the openings essentially spoils the entire book. Like when you first see it, it's like, oh wow, this is like all beautiful visuals that I don't know what they mean yet. But then you watch the rest of the series. Is Beetleman the main antagonist? I don't think there are I don't think there are protagonists and antagonists in this series. I mean, I guess like the biggest antagonists are like Beelzebub and Lucifer and all that, but they're not really antagonizing figures. It's just everybody has different. Everybody's essentially against each other, and everybody's trying to do their own thing. So it's very unconventional in that good versus evil, because in my mind everybody is there's no such thing as a good person. It's just everybody has their own motives, and they have their own, yeah, everybody just has their own motives, and sometimes that clashes with other people's. So that's where most of the conflict comes from. So they're just vibing. Yeah, vibing with direction, and everybody's going in a different direction, and that's where, and because everybody's going to a different direction, you will have cross paths that cross and just clash against each other. So just because there's no like definite good or bad like protagonist or antagonist in terms of the story, um, well, I guess like every demon in Lucifer, they are the antagonist because just universally bad guys, but they're not really going out of their. Depending on like which school you're in, Beelzebub's not going out of his way to to make life harder for anybody else, because that's what the other students are for. Because you'll have like some students that are pro god, and then some students that are like leaning towards pro god, and other students that are leaning towards pro Satan, and the whole beef is within the student, or like within the student body. you find it so confusing. I normally read manga from left to right, whatever. So I read comics just confusing. Oh, no, this is an American comic. I keep like saying, "Oh yeah, manga this, manga that, manhwa, whatever, this, that, and the third." But I'm not a manga artist. I'm not Japanese. The word term manga and manhwa is just for it's just for marketing. Because when I say comic, it's going to be pushed towards people who will look at this and say, "Oh yeah, this is manga," you know. And the people who are into manga, they look at this and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is a manga." While I'm over here saying, "Oh yeah, this is as comic as Superman, I guess. This is as American as can be." But the market says, "Nah, this is what I think it is," and I'm like, "All right, I'll work with it as long as it'll get people to look at it." Maurice rules. Whoa, new person in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Oh snap! New person in the chat. Welcome to the chat. uh, hopefully, hopefully I can do some Google Translate so I could speak to you a little bit in real time. Okay, cool. English, awesome. I saw the Japanese text and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be my I don't want this to be difficult. Well, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Wait a second. I heard this song before. Francis Forever. I heard this song before. Okay. From the little Japanese I know. I think it means oh yeah. I can't read that. Misaki you awesome. Awesome. I'm terrible at pronunciation. Just talk to Christmas. Christmas bush over there. I I tried learning hiragana and katakana for about a month because it was during the whole COVID thing because I wanted to like visit my brother in Japan. Uh but I thought the pandemic would like end sooner than I thought. So I just kind of lost steam after that. So I can but like a little bit of hiragana and katakana sticks with my mind. So it's you don't completely lose everything. So there's that. So Misaki, how you doing? What's new in your side of the world? Good illustration. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see. This is from my comic, Purgatory Academy. It's about heaven, hell, and having 4 years to decide. This is the second chapter of the third book. Unfortunately, I do not have music going on because YouTube is very, very weird when it comes to music. How did you find this stream? I wonder if the ramblings in my description helped with discovery at all. Because like right now, what I'm doing right now is wait, hold up. Christmas Bush. I find learning Japanese easier than my home language, as the letters don't change format when placed next to each other. What do you mean? Unlike Aramaic, Arab, I cannot pronounce words. I am a silly man. Unlike Arabic and Urdu. I feel that. English is very so difficult for from Japanese. Ah, I think my the biggest hurdle for me is the structure of Japanese words. I legit have to think backwards before I could say anything. Well, you don't know how to say Arabic. Well, you don't know how to say Arabic and Urdu. Urdu. Listen, life is difficult when you're on the spot. Like when you're streaming on the spot. I'm trying to figure out what's. Nah, this is fine. Yeah, this looks fine. Fine enough. Good enough. Cause like, oh wow, his arms are. This is gonna be weird. Let me see if I can draw the back of Lucifer right here. Nah, I think the sentence format in Japanese is pretty similar to German. Ah, yeah, another language that I don't like. Christmas Bush. You know more than know. You have more interest in speaking several languages than I do. I'm just kind of doomer pilled that I'm gonna be stuck here in America, speaking to mostly Americans and sometimes Spanish speakers. It is what it is. Oh, where are you from? I am from America. I am from America. North Carolina. And if you and most people don't know what that where that is. It's on the East Coast of America, like New York and such. But I don't live in New York. A fun fact about North Carolina is the place where a lot of people from New York go when New York is too expensive to live in. It's next. Is it next to Mississippi? No, no, it's next to Kentucky. It's next to Tennessee, which Mississippi is not next to North Carolina. Nice Japanese people thinking. I don't know. It sounds like it would be close. Uh I would. Well, Mississippi is still considered like the South of America, along with Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Arkansas, and Tennessee. Like it's so weird, right? Because North Carolina is still considered the South, but it's really uh, it's so weird. I don't know because you don't really get to quote unquote the North when you until you go to Pennsylvania or Ohio or something like that or Michigan or Pennsylvania. I need to brush up. So the places that used to be under Mexico's rule. No, that's Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona and California, places like that. Oh my gosh, Japanese. Ah, don't do this to me. America is cool. Thank you. America can be cool. Ah, no. Ah, don't do this to me. I can't read that. What time is it? Yeah, what time is it over there? Uh, yeah, it's. I think it makes sense for me to get a lot of international viewers in this time of day, because everybody's either asleep or at school in America, especially on the East Coast of where I am. America's is stupid huge. We have like three different time zones. Let me see if I can get the wings right. If I know if I did it like this, the hands would be blocked out. I want to do something like this, where you can see the hands. Japan time is 10 p.m. Oh my gosh! Goodness gracious! One thing that sucks about me is that I know lots of languages, but I'm only fluent in English. Yeesh. Well, at least you'll never completely be stranded because you know where to go. Because you'll at least understand where you are. I think for the longest time in America, like we haven't stressed learning different languages because for the longest time in American society, we really wanted homogeny amongst like the languages and the people. So like you when you're in America, you only speak English. This is it. And I don't think it was another time. I don't think it was a flaw because America looking around, it's I don't think it's wait. I don't think it's a that big of a flaw. I know that this is a an unpopular opinion, because when you look at other countries and how small and compact they are, like you are kind of forced to learn different languages because your neighbors you're like if you go like an hour or 3 hours in one direction, you'll end up in a different town that has a different dialect or even speak a different language than you because that's how it is. But when it was America for the majority of the time, everybody spoke English. America's a huge landmass, and it was majority. It's like self-sustaining for the longest time. So if you want to learn a different language, that's cool, but you really didn't need to because it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculously huge. So I that's my theory of why majority of Americans don't know or just haven't been interested in other languages because America's freaking huge. Like, we really didn't need to. Like the best, like if you wanted to learn a different language, like it would make sense to learn a little bit of Spanish. Some like maybe like way back when, but now it's like yeah, you probably want to take up a second language because um a lot of Americans are like importing a lot of people from outside of America or outside of English speaking countries. So that's my theory, my little game theory. I mean, I used to live in Sheffield. There was a lot of international students that were Asian, so at least understanding a bit of another language is very useful. Yeah, there was like the the only time when you would see another person speaking another language, it was if they were a foreign exchange student, and even then, they were there to learn to speak English. You know, to be more fluent in English. To learn another language, like you wanted to do something abroad. Not like it was more of learning a different language is was major for the majority of an American. As an American, it's more of a luxury instead of a necessity. I guess that's what a lot of people don't really understand about Americans. They always think it's like something to poke fun of when it's like, oh yeah, you only speak one language. Oh, you must be American. I was like, yeah, of course I speak American because like we live in a large landmass where it's mostly people who speak one language, and that was that was pretty much it. So I actually went to a Chinese school for like 1 year and still suck at it. To be honest, the a lot of people say like German, the sound of German scares them. Honestly, the sound of the Chinese or Mandarin scares me. Honestly, it's like an intimidating. Like Mandarin sounds super intimidating to me. I don't know why. I think it's just like the little that I know about Mandarin and how it's super contextual, especially when it comes to tones. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, in order to completely understand like Mandarin or any of the dialects of Chinese, it's ridiculous to me. I guess that's why it's like super scary to me. But yeah, I guess that's it. Mm-mm. Ah, I wonder if our do beats do bits. Okay, that's German. Intelligent, aber ich bin super amazing. Intelligent, intelligent. English has a bunch of loan words from German, a German loan word, so it's pretty easy to understand. It's really funny when yeah, I kind of got that. It's like when I was looking at this one Dutch cartoon. It's very funny how English, German, and Dutch, all these Germanic languages, are very similar. But English just steals a lot of words. Period. You are intelligent, but I am super amazing. Amazing. I wonder if our friend from Japan is still in the chat. Probably got bored. I would understand. Well, that's what 1 year of German taught me. Whoa. Yep, they went. I figured. But hey, that was a pretty fun. That was a pretty fun chat. I did not expect that. We shall see. Maybe the tags that I put in the. I'm gonna just start writing in Japanese now, and you're just gonna have a one-sided conversation because I can't read that. I don't know where you're trying to go with all this. Let me see something real quick. Okay, no. I'm distracting myself real quick. Unfortunately. Okay, everything's good. I need to get back to work. Yo, Sketch, are you still there? What time? Oh my gosh, it's almost an hour. And I haven't even drawn everything here. What the heck is going on? What's up? Yo, Sketch, tell me what's cool, what's good in the news. This is now a news commentary channel. I know as people are talking about, well, we having a total solar eclipse in our area, so that's cool. Really? When is that supposed to happen? I keep hearing about that eclipse, and Twitter keeps talking about, oh man, it's the end of the world. It's Armageddon season, guys. I'm thinking about one or something. Okay. What's your thoughts on the eclipse? Is it going to be the end of the world? Should we all run for the hills? So should we all uh call it a day? What's your thoughts about it? What's Sketch's thoughts? What's Sketch's opinion? Is it the end of times? Well, it doesn't sound like the end of the world. The other thousands of times it happened. These are true Sketch thoughts. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. Just automatically revert to it's the end of the world, guys. It's so over. I don't think it's over. Well, I could get my Japanese keyboard on. Good. because this is an English only stream. Believe it or not, it takes a lot to end a world. Yeah, I think civilization. I think humanity will live on. Life finds a way and all that. Nihon join Disu. Okay. I think this is I think this eclipse is probably gonna be cool. I don't know if I'm gonna see it though. I don't think people from the East Coast will be able to see it, or it will affect us. Only for people on specific parts of America. I don't think so. People have flown in here just to see it. Okay. What is that pronunciation? It's to make you mad so you can go back to talking to English. And what's even funnier, we have like a severe storm warning going on. So it's gonna be cloudy. Man, life is so weird like that, huh? Do you think it's visible from England? Nah. I think with yeah, I'm sorry. I think with a when it comes to eclipses or just a lot of these solar archaeology solar events, it always doesn't turn out the way that people would like it. But it's a severe storm every day, so it doesn't really matter. Hopefully, the storm will stop when the people see the sun and such, the moon and the sun and such, and from that it'll get. I heard that when there's a an eclipse, things get cold out of nowhere, dark, cold, and that's about it. And animals sometimes act weird during an eclipse. Sometimes I saw a YouTube video about it, so what do I know? I learned from YouTube University. Seriously, it's April. Seriously, it's April and it still doesn't look like spring. That reminds me of a video that I saw of somebody saying, "Spring, fight back." It was like they were in New York and it was snowing. It was still in March. I don't know, man. Must be that global warming. Or climate change or whatever we're calling it now. Ash, that happened 2 years ago. Wait, what happened 2 years ago? Man, this angle is pretty weird. I want him to have a longer face, so. Wait, climate change is not real, guys. It's a conspiracy made up by the government. The government's corrupt. The government's corrupt. Global warming's not real because last time I went to the movie theater, it was so cold. Lucifer is looking amazing every angle. Thank you. I'm trying my best. I'm still trying to figure out the whole nose planes. No, I think his eyebrows needs to be. The funny part is I don't 100% know what Lucifer is saying in this panel. So I'm drawing a reaction and then I'm putting the audio into it. Okay, I'm messing this up. All right, so let's try this again. Drawing the mask. This is the mask. But I want it to be him to be angry. So I'll draw the mask looking angry. It's like every time I draw a character close up, I just mess up on like the landmarks of where's everything, you know? So like this is the eyebrows. Oh, it's so annoying. I hate having my hair wet, but I hate having it blow dried. Shoot, man. I wouldn't know anything about that. I keep my hair short. And it's not really annoying when I get it wet. It's a real struggle. Christmas bush struggles. Donate to the Christmas Bush GoFundMe for his hair. Look at that. Okay. This is getting somewhere. More Christmas Bush lore. Christmas Bush is crazy. Hashtag Christmas Bush is over party. We canceling Christmas Bush tonight. Ugh. Trying to find it. Plus, I have curly hair, so it's really frizzy. Are you trying to murder me? You'll never get me. We're canceling Christmas Bush tonight. No, this is fine. Alright, time for the horns. What I want to do is just have all these pages done in 8 days. Because I want to do like a page a day. Hold up. Let's see what day I started this. Let me pull out my calendar. Ugh. Always got a document. Nah, I mean. And I think I don't know what my document is. Like I keep a calendar close to my workstation. Oh, here it is. So flipping through, it's April, so no. It's oh my gosh. Aw, man, I didn't even document when I started. Bro. I need to fix that. Why do you have a calendar? It's to keep up with my progress, usually. It's more for looking back than looking forward. Hold up. But if I go to my YouTube channel, look at my past live streams, I think I started inking. Yeah, so I started at April 5th, and that is a Friday. I start at Friday. So that's day 1, 2, and 3. I don't work on Sundays. So this is my 3rd day. Tomorrow will be like the 4th working day, and I want to be at least halfway done when I get there. So I feel like I might be making good ground. YouTube said you started an hour ago. No, I meant like starting this segment. I started streaming this segment an hour ago. Not an hour ago, but on the 5th. And I don't count Sundays because I don't work on Sundays. I rest. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So I want to. So that means I want to have this done. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to have this done by Saturday. And I'll have like probably Sunday and Monday off. And then after that, I'll be working on Let's Go Metal Hero. If things go as planned. And if they don't go as planned, then we'll see. It's not like it's too bad or anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to find a way to make this profitable and stuff like that. I also started doing the Streamlabs thing, having the donations up, making it a little bit smoother on my end. Metal Hero gets abused by the entire cast. Like, leave the robot alone. Ah, man. Ah, man. I think the robot will be alright. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I think the funniest thing about Metal Hero is when I was writing it with Matt, we realized how the main characters are completely complete sociopaths. At least that's what I get from those shorts you post. Yeah, everybody just be looking at the shorts. Honestly, I feel like the shorts have been a really good form of introducing people to my works. Now I'm really happy about how the reach is going so far. Hold up. I'm trying to find my. Well, I don't need to look at my phone for right now. Oh my gosh, an hour has passed. Crazy. And I haven't even finished a single flippin' page. This is nuts. Let's narrow this mouth a little bit. It's showing too much of what's not necessary. Let me see if I can do something like this. Like change the shape of the mouth. Because it really doesn't need to be like, I don't think it really needs to be like that. But anyway. My co-writer didn't really want me to do. Wait. Well, if it makes you feel better, I woke up at 12:30 and I haven't studied for the past 2 weeks despite not going to school. Keep up those studies, I suppose. If you don't know what you want to do in life, then yeah, keep those studies up. It's just good to study, yeah. But yeah, my co-writer didn't want me to do motion comics or whatever or comic dubs. But honestly, ever since doing comic dubs, I've been getting a lot more notoriety around the board. So I guess that's pretty cool. Okay, I feel like that's better. This is better. Mm. One of these days, I don't know when I'm gonna start the Purgatory Academy mixtape, the individual character mixtape. I'm fasting and I'm gonna eat at 3 p.m. today. I'm already hungry. Oh, do you just like not go to school during Ramadan or something? Your character's dropping some rap songs. No, it's mostly a mood. It's kind of like a mood board, but with music. So I would have like a list of probably 10 music that reminds me of a character like Travis, or music that a character would listen to. No, I just don't go to school at all. Okay. So like I imagine Travis would listen to a lot of MF Doom, Earl Sweatshirt, and Flying Lotus. Well, Sketch came back. No, Sketch never left. He's uh, Sketch has just been quiet. And I think it would be a good idea to raise notoriety for the for the my series as well, because of the sheer mention of rap artists or songs that'll be picked up in the in the description. Even though I'm not gonna make any money off of it, I'm gonna try to find songs that isn't like directly get that isn't like directly muted get muted, because like sometimes with certain songs on YouTube, if the copyright detects it, it gets muted from the video. So I'm gonna try to avoid that. I think I tried that before. I tried something like that before when I was like drawing portraits of the characters. Chimera Island mixtapes would go crazy. Oh man, I'm like the Chimera Island mixtapes is gonna be funny because like I would have like mixtapes of characters that only been seen in the background, or that would just have like one speaking role and they're not even important to the plot. But I do have an idea for a Chimera Island mixtape. funny enough for Let's Go Metal Hero, I can I imagine like a lot of like mid 2000s uh pop punk songs. I think when I was like writing it with Matt, we were talking we were talking about how we hate how a lot of stories with a black characters, it always have like a lot of like hip hop or R&B music. So like to just to laugh at it, just to laugh at the idea when for like a metal hero, it's just gonna be completely non-black, like not a ounce of like rap or hip hop or R&B. I also find it funny how urban is a category. I swear, if you put shape of you for Jim, Jim specifically listens to Ed Sheeran all day. Yeah. I want to try to. I want to try to stay out of the pop. Yeah, urban. No, like I remember I was like doing story counseling, and I was asking this one guy to explain the genre, to tell me the genre of his comic, and he said urban, and I was like, what the heck is urban? And he said, oh, it's just black stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. It's like how is black a genre of fiction? That makes no sense to me. But I don't want to make fun. I'm not making fun of the guy. It just makes me mad how just the ethnicity of the character defines the genre of the medium. It does not make it. No, it shouldn't be that way. It's like I know it's like certain black people are all for that kind of categorization, but it really is. It really just makes me think that people at their core really like segregation, but they don't. But they will just never admit it. It's like, yeah, segregation is a bad thing, but we want all black spaces though. The Sims take on yeah. This just reminds me of that herbs existed. Sims take on urban culture. Man, they were wild. They were wild for that. like, like The Sims is gonna make a sequel called Blacks. They might as well call it Blacks, but with a with a Z. No, Blacks with an X. BLAX. EA's new game, Blacks. Have fun, dominate the hood, chill with the homies, drink your 40s, pouring out for the homies. They had some music of Black IP. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Oh, I thought it was like when you would play Blue Baby in the school's bathroom and scare the younger children. Nah, nah. It is weird. Leave leave your children outside. I really gotta figure out when I'm gonna do that though. Actually, I'm gonna make that when I'm done with the all of the when I'm done with book one, converting book one into the motion comic. Oh yeah, and the reason why the book one motion comic is I think the style is different from the others that I make is because I made the book one motion comic like 2 years ago, and I decided to not do the same process that I did for the other ones because the music the visual portion's already done. So I was like, I'll just add different music and and a and whatchamacallit and other stuff. It makes the process a lot simpler. Uh, but for book two, I'm going back to form. And also funny, like I don't know how funny it is, but or surprising it is, but the the voice acting, adding the voice dubs to the motion comics, it it made every part around a minute, like 25 seconds to a minute faster, except for when it came to like the first part. The first part of the motion comic was without the dub, it was like 4 minutes, but with the dub, it shortened it to two. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, but usually it's a lot shorter. So like book two, I can already imagine that the motion comic for book two, it's still gonna be in 10 parts, but the parts will be longer on average because I'm working with 20 ish pages instead of around 20 ish pages instead of 10. But we shall see how it goes. I swear, in this panel, Lucifer is having his anime girl moment, hair swaying in the wind, eyes closed, certain expression. Dude, Lucifer got Riz. He didn't get demons following him for no reason. Like I said, I completely forgot about what Lucifer said in this panel or in these panels. Like the only thing that I have is like these cues of his faces of the faces. If I haven't explicitly drew an expression over here, it's like I either didn't draw it in the thumbnails. Yeah, or I mostly just didn't draw it in the thumbnails. So I'm just going with the flow. And if the dialogue is anything different than I expected, then I can always like, just go back and like draw his eyes open or just match the speech bubble. Very professional, I know. I know. Lucifer with the mega mind. He's always playing 4D chess. Wait, hold up. Oh, wow. I guess I've been listening to Mitski for about an hour now. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Risen up your girl. Lucifer, probably. I imagine the music Lucifer would listen to would be a whole bunch of boomer rock. Like, I know I based his personality off of Handsome Jack from the Borderlands series. From the beginning, yeah. Like the guy that he knows he's untouchable, and that kind of gives him his cocky demeanor, because he is the man with the plan essentially. And he is the guy that started the war in heaven, so I guess that's he feels himself. Nah, cause whenever I watch a ghost hunting channel like Sam and Colby, mention Lucifer, I'm gonna just think of this. Man, it's happening. Purgatory Academy is soon will soon invade the cultural zeitgeist, and everybody shall know. Nah, but if a whatchamacallit, I feel like if a an agent hit me up, if I ever blow up and an agent hit me up saying, "Oh yeah, you wanna work together," I would have half a mind to say no. Like they always it's it's not like they're talent scouts or anything. It's more like it's a lot of it's like you know what you it's all about who you know, and if they want you on, you might be in a position that where you don't really need them, and if you understand how to monetize an audience, you won't need them unless they have like an offer that you cannot refuse. And I feel like that offer would be like, oh yeah, like I can get you a movie deal. Like I was talking with my friend Matt to see like our goal. One of our goals with Purgatory Academy is probably make a get a movie deal with like Pure Flix. You know the guys that made God's Not Dead, and like and just have it be like the least Pure Flix freaking Pure Flix movie to in their catalog. It's like a probably like a Christian movie that makes fun of Christian movies. kind of that kind of like that vibe. I don't know. I don't know. I think Lucifer would look something like Hua Hua Cheng from Taichin Shifu. But this is also a vibe. I haven't seen. Wait, let me look that up. Let me look him up. I think what I I think what I want, I need to I think my rule for my mixtape is probably have like one is to feature one artist per character. And that's probably gonna get super difficult for me. Because I would have to like go real deep in the trenches. Like ten different artists for each character. For Tian Guan Shifu. Oh, okay. I think like cool. Goodness gracious. Close enough, I close enough, Instagram. Man, these characters have ridiculously long hair. Goodness gracious. I guess you booner. A booner. Yeah, I'm a booner now. But what makes them so BBG? What is that? Wait. One, two, three, four. And but baby, love songs do. You're definitely a boomer. That means baby girl. Okay. I'm sorry. When you're kind of busy getting money, you kind of lose track of slang. Like earlier today, I try to like and not talk about what I'm trying to do with my parents, mostly because it always comes around to something unintentionally demoralizing. Cause like before my dad left for work today, he was like, What's the plan for today, Mason?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make this work." And he was like, "Oh yeah, with all the time you've been putting in, you thought you would have it by now." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess." like, like I don't need that. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, great." And when I was awake today, I was like scrolling through Instagram. There's one reel that was like, sometime like I gave up my dreams at 24, so I needed for a stable office job, and I was like, God, it's like this is like I don't need this morning. I don't need this. Emotional damage from parents. Yeah, so all I do is just try to pay my rent on time and just not talk about it until I have the results to show. Your emotional damage from parents hurt the most. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I was used to it, but I understand that I'm like every time I talk about it, it's like describing a different color to them. So I just keep quiet about it. If they need to know something specific, I'll tell them. But like for the most part, I just don't talk about it. And I'm like, it's very frustrating to me the most because I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this for years, and I'm currently trying to figure out what it feels like nobody really understands. Or if not understand, then sheesh, I don't know. Yeah, I just understand. That's the easiest way to put it. And have 5 hours till iftar. All right. I think yeah. After this uh stream, gonna sit down, go for a walk, uh, eat some lunch, sit down to edit for 3 hours, and then go on another stream for 5 p.m. Maybe get get more of an American audience. But I appreciate you, British audience and Sketch. I appreciate you for stopping by and listening, even though I know you're listening for background music. I th- I'm still I'm still holding out for streaming to be a source of revenue, but I need to stream either I need to stream more and just let people know that I have donation goals and stuff. There's background music. Uh, no, did I mention that? If you hear something, it's probably coming from my headphones, and my mic is probably picking it up. Oh, you didn't mention the other person in the chat. I did. I mentioned Sketch. Oh, thank you for listening for the background. I said I'm the background. I'm the background noise. I meant to say I'm background noise. I mean, I'm listening to background music, but I'm sure most people are listening to me for background noise. I like listening to a podcast. Yeah, I'm the Single Man Podcast. Okay, trying to find the. Okay, that looks good. Oh, Tom. Welcome to the chat. Not anymore. Hope you get my full attention. I'm in bed just watching the stream. I really appreciate you. Welcome to the chat, Tom. Give me a random fact of life. Give me a fact. Give me a cool fact. Give me a cool fact. Cool fact for cool kids. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm trying to figure out the things. Line art is hard. Yeah, it do be like that. I feel that. I feel that. All right. One cool fact is that seahorses can reproduce by themselves. I don't know if I believe that. I know male seahorses give birth, but seahorses produce it by themselves. I don't know. All right, chat. Ask me a question. It keeps up with the engagement, and it keeps my mind active, my mouth active, I guess. Pause. My mind active while I draw. If just drawing isn't entertaining enough. Uh, so when somebody says to, so you have to turn into a seahorse. Yeah, true. My mouth is active. It's crazy. Ayo, pause. When was the last time you went to the toilet? This morning, I guess. It's crazy, man. I'm doing my best. Yo, Sasibaka. Listen. We're in the current age. It's all right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I said something sus or not. It's the current age. it's it's the current year. I can say sus things. I feel like his head is too big. I keep changing the shape of his head for freaking no reason. I might as well like delete it and like redraw it. What's your UP address? What's your IP address? What's your UPS? What's your Nah, I'm pretty sure people can find it if they wanted to. People dot It's so crazy how people on the internet will just like do CIA like tactics to like scare people on the internet, like showing IP address and like be like, do you live in this location? And I'm like, what the heck is up with that? People got like too much time on their hands. Turn the head opacity down and draw on top of it. I think I'm good for right now. Do you live in North Carolina? Yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah, I have lore that some people remember for some reason. I'm not that interesting. Yo, Tom, if you still in the chat, let us know. And if you got a question, let me know. Tom, I started drawing 3 days ago, just copying other drawings though. That's how you do it, man. Honestly, my biggest advice, my biggest advice for anybody starting to draw is stay away from the art community. Because they will just give you the dumbest advice, and they will, man, they'll just like hold you back. That's my advice. So like when people are trying to draw or learning how to draw, trace as much as often as possible, and understand like basic form. Like people be like, "Oh, learn anatomy," but I'm like, learn, meh. It's brutal over there. Yeah, everybody want to be like, "Oh man, you should learn anatomy." And I'm like, people don't care about that anymore. I doubt people care about anatomy anymore. For like an audience like today, I feel like aesthetics are over anything. You don't need anatomy. Like commercially, like I don't think anybody cares about anatomy. People care more about aesthetics. But that's my top down view. That's my top down view. No, oh no, not tracing, just referencing heavily. You don't need anatomy. I see. I do wait. I do that too, redrawing stuff in my art style. Like, hmm. Yeah, what I do is just for the most times I just for especially for backgrounds I just trace. But I do want to learn more about composition, and I don't know how to copy composition too well. Composition, I want to get better at composition and color theory. That's my thing. And I think after an hour, like in at 1 p.m., so like an hour after the stream ends, the next part of Purgatory Academy will be live while I work on part five. And when I finish part five, we're gonna be like, oh man, halfway there. Heck yeah. And until that happens, um, I'll just be probably just looking for more music to put into the mix. I think 10 songs for a mixtape is good for a Purgatory Academy. Like for each character, main character mixtape, or ones that I do remember or that I want to make mixtapes for. It's worse in animation when you have to draw a scene where the camera turns around in a circle. I can imagine. Shout out to anybody whose passion is animation. That is a feels like a thankless job. No, I feel like art in general is a thankless job. And perspective is annoying. Honestly, I've been living by the idea of your quality assurances when people start complaining. So if you're just doing stuff and people are not complaining, then and if people are not complaining, then just keep going. And if people start complaining, then move forward, then move on from it. Take it and learn from it, and just keep moving forward. Like that Meet the Robinsons quote. Mappa Animation Crew deserves the world. Oh yeah, they've just been. Yeah, the whole Mappa situation was ridiculous, and it's really interesting to see how like Americans are really trying to, or really pushing the whole workers' rights overseas, and it's probably gonna take like a decade or so for them to comply. It's rough for them, yeah, I know. So I've heard. Actually, it's gonna be interesting. Actually, I think I have an idea. I really could make Beelzebub emote like this. Like this looks like he's happy. He's happy. I can't believe this is like a thing I just realized right now. But it's too late. Like this is like, and this is like, oh man, are you sure about that? Like concerned. Like this, this, this is just something I just realized. Like, oh yeah, I can make him emote like that. Maybe in the next chapter or the next, well, maybe in the next book, he can emote like that, and people can be like, "Could your eyes always do that?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just chose not to." Some students found it. I think I can probably say something like, "Oh yeah, some students found this unnerving. The fact that I don't emote is unnerving." So I can, I just chose not to emote. I imagine Beelzebub being a very stoic person. He could also be a good actor. Because in my mind, even though he's like around the students a lot, he really doesn't care about them. He's like nothing more than like they're nothing more than pawns to him. Bug eyes. That's his entire career. You could say that. I imagine it's more I don't know why, but I think of the gumdrop candy from Wreck It Ralph, or like Mr. Harriman from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That's basically what his character is based off of. Beelzebub has had enough. Beelzebub making a bunch of ooh woo faces. The next book. I think that would be a pretty funny gag. Like in book one, people in book one everybody's just figuring well book one and two, everybody is getting used to him. But when he start coming out with the emotes, everybody just is just unnerved again. We shall see. We shall see. I don't know. Maybe in like in another book where he's a big part. I mean, since like this rendition of the Purgatory Academy is in the School of Beelzebub, there's multiple avenues for him to emote to like change up. Or if like Purgatory Academy gets like an animated rendition, that'll probably be like one of the changes. But looking back, I don't think there's a lot of times where he can emote, you know, because he's a matter of fact type of person. It's like, yeah. Actually, no, I wouldn't call him stoic. I just think he's very low in emotional intelligence. Do you always use textured pen for line art? I use different pens for different series. Like if you follow me to the next series, Let's Go Metal Hero, I use a different brush. For Let's Go Metal Hero, I use where is it? I use a pencil brush for it, like the design brush, and it looks like this. And I just do the line art with this. Draw a little Malik. Might need a bigger pen. It's like something like this. And his hair like this. And I just draw it like that. I imagine a student giving him marshmallows for the first time for for him to pick his character. I imagine uh I had this idea for like a future book where what was it? Beelzebub would wear pins with different emotions on them, with different emoticons, and then people would like Travis or Jim or Susan would ask like, what's up with that pin? And he said like students just felt uncomfortable with me not emoting all the time, so a student made me these like separate pins so people can tell what I'm tell the emotions that I have. So he would still have the same stone face, but he would just have these pins of the hat that has like a happy, sad, or whatever different emotions, and he would just and he would still be on the neutral pin for the entire book. That sounds pretty funny to me. And he just tried to make unintelligible happy noises. I feel like if somebody gave Beelzebub like a marshmallow, he would eat it like a fly. So like he would vomit on it, and then he would just eat it in front of the person who gave it to him, and they would just look so disgusted. Yeah, Beelzebub would have like emotion pins. Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, but I don't think there's food. I don't imagine there being food in this series. In this series, I know like if there is food, I think they will mess with. There would be food, but they wouldn't eat it. I feel. I don't. I'm so hazy on that because they don't need to eat. But I do. But my philosophy is, God has made food to be enjoyed. It's an art. It's an art form. Another like in every art form reveals God's beauty or just God's creation or reveals Himself. So like in any facet of where God shows Himself, like there would be in a what call it a curriculum or just a club around it. So there would be like a culinary club because culinary arts is like a science and an art form, you know. So I feel like students would be part of it. So it wouldn't be. So it'd be more like an art form. Like I go a little bit into this in book three. Uh, but like Lucifer and like in this chapter, Lucifer tries to explain why there's curriculums, but like his reason is kind of different from what I think. From what I want there to be curriculums in it. Lucifer says that there's a extra. Well, there are clubs that's meant for the students to be distracted and fulfill their own ids, so they can go out into the world to reflect those ids onto egos. So they can reflect those ids onto like the egos from the people from people outside of Purgatory Academy, within the playground of ideas. But I believe that there are extracurriculars or like clubs for people to understand that God reveals Himself in every wholesome activity or just every activity. I believe. I legit love Zeus for expression every time. Oh yeah, thank you. I try my best. So like in a way, Lucifer can be right, and the what I believe for what are the reasons for uh the clubs are also right, and that's for literally anything. Anything can be used for good, and anything can be used for evil. So at the end of the day, it's very much up to the student of how they interact of their philosophy and how they interact with the world. Oh, is it pronounced ids? I thought it was called ID, like identity. No, it's it comes from the I forgot his name. His name, funnily, it escapes me. Freud. It comes from the Freudian thought. Like it's greatly debunked right now, but it's in like a the history of philosophy. Freud believed that there are three parts of the human psyche: the ids, the ego, and the superego. And you would see it in pop culture usually as the id being the devil on your shoulder, or the superego being the angel on your shoulder. I think angel on your shoulder, and I think there's some from doing a little bit of research. I think that Islam has something or something like that, where there would be an angel writing all of your good deeds and a devil on your other shoulder writing all the bad deeds. But in Purgatory Academy, like they don't, instead of like writing your good deeds or bad deeds, they are telling the id to do either the good deed or the bad deed. Yep, it does. Okay. So you'll see more of that in book two, and I'm also having that in book three. And also in book two, I explained that there are other. I think that's in book two. It's the first time I you see a character from a different Purgatory Academy. Oh, that explains it way better. Okay, cool, cool. So in a book two, I don't think it's not a major spoiler. In book two, you see Susan debating with another character that's from the School of the Beast, and Susan is acts as the id to the ego, and while the other character acts as the super ego. Oh yeah, and the ego is just the self. I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. And I think, and like looking back, it's kind of funny that there was a proto playground of ideas all the way back in book one when Travis is trying to is debating on whether if he should climb the stairs or not. I talk about good food. I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. Talking about good food. I'm still hungry. I'll but we'll stop talking about food. Okay, looking at this. Maybe I'll try to take. You're putting yourself through some hard times talking about that kind of stuff. Okay, let me try this out real quick. No, talk about food. It helps you feel full. Okay, I guess. But yeah, the playground of ideas, the extracurriculars. I'm still thinking about like what the heck other extracurriculars I will do for Jim. I feel like he would be a part of the the drama club or something. He'd be a writer writing plays or screenplays for the drama club. And I guess that's sort of a spoiler. But like so from book 3 and onwards, it's just going to focus on extracurriculars and a little bit of and a small part of playground of ideas. Do they have triple science? What's triple science? Maybe they do. If I maybe they call it different, something different in Britain land. Biochem physics. Yeah, I feel like they would. Like a lot of reason for. I feel like within like understanding through the science. It reminds me of I feel like they would because it reminds me through the scientific revolution, a huge chunk of people who took place of the scientific revolution back in the day were Christian, and a lot of their notes believe that the reason why they the reason why they were into the science is because they believe that God spoke to humans through understanding the natural world. So I feel like in Purgatory Academy, that idea will still ring true. So like everything has a reason. Like everything has a reason to exist. You know. There's good. There has to be a chapter of them learning about geology. Geology sucks. Well, after the phase 1 is ended, it's no longer like a schooling thing where everybody has like teachers or like or other stuff. It just becomes like a forever study hall. Nobody really has tests. Nobody's really forced to learn anything. So they just like everybody just does something. It's like so all everybody is the only information, the only handholding that they have is God exists. Now figure God exists. Now figure out the real answer. You're in a specific time and place where all you have is time to figure it out. So what are you gonna do with that time? And with that idea, it's like the truth will reveal itself. If you're honest with yourself, the truth will be revealed. So like I could make a side thing where they like some students look at geology or something, but I don't know that much about it. Or but so that there's that. Okay. Ugh, I swear, whenever I watch these streams, I'm gonna make a compilation of Lucifer side eyeing people. Lucifer fan cam. It's so weird how like Lucifer looks like a 60-year-old like Bishonen. like like I could make him like super youthful, but I'm like, nah, he's old. Like on this page alone, he's already done it 2 times. 3 times, I guess. I think what's gonna be funny for me is if I get to a point where people start making fan art for Purgatory Academy, I'm just gonna start stealing other people's styles. I'll be like, oh yeah, I like how that rendition of how you drew Travis right there, and now I'm gonna just draw him like that forever. The devil definitely wears Prada. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Is he looking down or looking? Oh, okay. He's not looking down. He's just looking left. Okay. He just. I feel like I should have used a. I feel like I should have used a thicker brush. Oh man, freaking 40 more minutes? No way. Ugh, why is it taking so long? I guess it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'll finish it on at 5, like around the 5 to 8. Personally, I like the thin line art. But I'm part of the thick outline gang. Oh yeah, also a thing to look forward to in this book. I'm gonna introduce 2 more vice principals, and I really don't know how many different purgatory academies are there. I think it'd be fun just to say, oh yeah, there's like an undisclosed disclosed amount of purgatory academies, but at the same time, I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of dead kids. That's, that's it's like, you know, I'm like, how many people die? I don't know, maybe. I'm like maybe that would cause like another fan theory that Purgatory Academy takes place during a war, like or something in the middle of a war. Two more vice principals to deal with Lucifer. More more like the other way around. Like Lucifer never leave. It's a rarity for Lucifer to leave his office. Like I think it's usually he leaves his office to either do an orientation or some or like he has to do some special business or a meeting with a specific demon or vice principals, demon or demons or vice principals. So all of Lucifer's job is just being a manager. He doesn't deal with the students at all. Not because he's like really good at it, but it's because like somebody this just comes with the job. Like somebody needs to manage everything. So Lucifer has to like place trust within like different demons in hell. And that's kind of funny too, to go from a position of uh demons being like I used to be worshipped by all these different people and now I have to serve like these kids, these ungrateful kids. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that there are so many dead students. Have you seen the dumb stuff teens do? Huh. Maybe I was unconsciously cooking, maybe, when it comes to all the a bunch of students. Maybe not. Unconsciously cooking. Is Beelzebub having Vietnam flashbacks on this page? Um okay, so the last two pages was him talking about the asking if he thinks his met if Beelzebub asking if Lucifer thinks his method of controlling the students is the same as or if not if no is no better than the beast, and Lucifer saying he doesn't really that doesn't really matter. And in this panel he's talking about the hierarchy of the school just to kind of like get him up to speed of what's happening. um he objects or whatever. He's like, I don't care. He says, what, something, something. What's your plan for the students? And he's like trying to give off a vibe. A lot of this is like a simplification, like simplifying what's going on. Because I never really explained how the school works. And all of this is basically trying to lead up to Beelzebub agreeing to basically shadow Lucifer when it comes to when it comes to handling disputes. student disputes. Okay. One, two, three, four. It will make more sense when I finally lay down the when I lay down the text bubbles, which should be pretty soon, actually. This is just hold up. Let me actually look at my thumbnails to see like what he says back there. Let's see. The next part. Wait a minute. No, it's back there. There's a patient. I'm looking. I'm really looking through it. I see. So be it. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Now I remember what's going on. So basically, they're basically talking about like why the teachers were there in book two. The gist of it was Lucifer said that he if he like just had 100% influence from if it was just like if there were just nothing but demons in Purgatory Academy, that's what he wanted, but God insisted to have people from heaven and hell to interact with this, like a human souls from heaven to and hell to interact with the students for at least for like all of book one, and that wasn't and he said like they were here and now they're gone. Even Lucifer is like, I don't really know why he did that, but I'm sure he made a point. I'm sure God made some point. Because like this whole Purgatory Academy thing, it is a collaboration between Lucifer and God. You know, I think a funny thing is it was that I really like a teacher that I really liked was Marco, but I was like, you know what, he's still not staying. Lucifer just looks like a dark elf. I think Beelzebub in human form would look like a black haired Donald Trump. I had a drawing of Beelzebub. Uh, I think he just looks like the statue that everybody drew him as. I think I Where did the horns go? Oh yeah, I forgot to draw the horns. Thanks for that. Okay, and then these are just nobodies right here. Uh oh. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Well, I think this needs to be a little bit bigger. Has man boobas? Nah. That's just the end of his torso. Like this. You probably don't understand what's going on, but it's a volume thing. Okay, let's try this. I think I shall draw put them under here. Yep. Okay. Let's try this though. I hate drawing background characters. They're so slow and stupid and dumb, and nobody cares about them. So it's 11 a.m. here. What do you plan on doing today? Okay. Nothing. Nothing. It's 4 p.m. here. Oh, yeah, it's 10:30. 10:30 over here. We got 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna call it a day for the stream, and then go on with the rest of the day. I'm gonna heavily focus on the backgrounds. When I'm done with the final double page spread. And the final double page spread is, let me open it. At least for this section, it would be this. Yes, touch grass. Like, I think what I'm gonna do is probably just draw like a chair over here, a desk over here, and just the background. And I want the background to accentuate the composition of Lucifer in the foreground and Beelzebub in the midground. So I feel like he should be a little bit shorter, smaller maybe. And also keep with the line of sight. So if no, not really. I don't think there should be a line of sight because Lucifer is sitting down. This is hard. I think you should draw Lucifer's hair longer. It is a thumb. It is a thumbnail or a sketch. I'll think. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. And plus, I don't know how much I need. Okay, so I want it to fade. These characters to fade. So like it'll be like this. Actually, I don't think I need to draw their faces because they're just meant to be uh figures. The only person that's important is Lucifer over here. I draw in Clip Studio Paint. I'm gonna use the whatchamacallit, the noise brush, the noise filter, and like have the only person that's intelligible is Lucifer. And this is like all space for the text. Heck yeah, shortcuts and being lazy. Let's go. Can I get a shortcut in the chat? Shortcuts. Let's go. Okay, so this is a thing. Alright, the forearm, and then he gets cut off by Beelzebub's eye. It's funny because, like, when I draw, I'm like, I should probably make a balance between drawing males and females. Like that. I don't know why, but I just like keeping things balanced that way. Bro, where are my burns? Hmm. So, what did your parents take you out of school? If you don't mind me asking. Or did they just not give you an answer? Oh, we moved houses. Okay. Oh yeah, because the crime and such. AO, there's enough space for the schools over here. Okay. Oh, and there's not enough space for the schools over here. Okay, I feel you. Okay. Trying to draw the people in the background. Trying to get that figured out. Okay, okay. Can I even finish this? I'm close, though. I'm very close to finishing this. These 2 pages. And I haven't even started today. Started like these 2 pages today. I've been laying down for hours now. You should try to do some push ups, get some exercise done. Okay, cool, cool. No. I have really strong legs and noodle arms, so yeah. Uh, I can't believe after 3 hours of standing, I'm gonna go outside and walk. But then again, I am gonna I am gonna sit down for an extended period of time, so my legs will get a rest. Sit ups are easy. I feel that. I feel that. Sit. I lose steam when I sit. I will only sit when I realize that it's better for my health to sit. I also don't know how you stand up for 3 hours. Um, I guess my strong legs, and plus I'm focusing on drawing and talking. Okay, one more silhouette. Usually I would go to this person doesn't exist and draw that a silhouette of that guy, of anybody that shows up. Okay. Okay, what kind of hair should he have? Distinct hair. My mind is draining. Actually, I don't think I've taken a break for the past 3 hours. Past 2 hours, I mean. So I might end it in three. I might end it now. Honestly, personally, I have to be very close to the screen. A mohawk, okay. To draw, so I would have to lay down. Oh, what did I do? Okay, let's see if I can at least draw this head right here. And his hand is like right here. Alright, so if I do this. Like a teacher with a mohawk, like, yeah, that's very professional. But it's a silhouette. It can literally be anything. It's all for the beauty of the production. I just need to get it done quick. Get it done fast. Okay, that's good. Best teacher haircut, yeah. Okay. Okay, this is good. And then you'll have this speech bubble over there. And yeah, I think all drawing all the major parts of these characters are done. And that's done. And all I'll have to do now for tomorrow is try to figure this amalgamation out. Though Lucifer dies, needs his arms in the last time I checked. Oh yeah, in the last one. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I still don't know what his chair looks like, so I'm just gonna do that after I do page 1 and 2. And then after I do pages 1 and 2, I'll uh, I'll do everything else, all the other backgrounds. Well, yeah, we're making good progress. Making good progress. All right, this is where I'm gonna end the stream. I thank everybody for coming out. It's been real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun. And I'll check everybody out in 5 hours. In 5 hours at 5 p.m. All right. Later. Thanks everybody for coming out.